welcome to another Cakeland preseason coaches interview. Joe Dreher, the head football coach of the Red Devils of Decatur County High School. It's brought to you by Farm Credit of Western Kansas and also the businesses throughout the Oberlin area. And coach, as you look ahead to the upcoming season, your thoughts about the upcoming season?
You know, it's going to be something new for us this year, moving to 8-man. So, you know, it's going to be the same thing, basic fundamentals, blocking, tackling, but we might have a new scheme of things, so we'll see what happens.
All right, if you want to know more, just go to the website, openspacessports.com. Well, Coach, let's talk about that a little bit. For the last 2 years, and this will be your third year as head coach, you've taken Oberlin into the playoffs in Kansas high school football, and now you say, as you did, you're making a transition to 8-man, and you've been preparing for that, you and your coaching staff, obviously. How different has that been?
You know, offensively, you know, you take away two linemen basically in the back, so you know, it's not a big difference on offense, we've noticed, but defensively, you know, there's a lot of different options out there with the defense fronts, 3-2, 3-3, and 4-2, and you know, all kinds of different things you can do with your corners, and your corners got to play like outside backers, so it's going to be a little different for us.
And how have you learned about that? Has it been talking to other coaches? Is it looking online as an example, maybe to what other teams have done that play 8-man football over the course of the last couple of years? How do you do it?
Well, I had a friend who's in Nebraska. He sent me some 8-man film, and they've always been pretty good up there at Howells, Dodge, Nebraska, and got some film from them, and then you know, went to Fort Hays team camp, which is good for our kids to see, and some live action there, so it was good. It was good for our kids. Now,
as you look ahead to this year with this team, you know, every year you got new people and you lose good veterans like your son from a year ago. What does your team look like? What kind of numbers do you have out for football?
You know, seniors, I think we got right at 8 seniors. We got 23 overall out right now for the season. But you know, a lot of those juniors that are seniors this year had some experience last year, and we had a couple of freshmen we had to start last year. So we'll have a little experience back, which is nice.
Now, most people I think that I talk to, and having watched and covered 8-man football, not that they don't play defense, but it seems to have more scoring, which the fans like, of course. Do you envision that, like playing a St. Francis or a Rollins County, two teams that were 11-man just like yourself last year, now going to 8-man? You have a little bit of advantage with numbers and maybe more explosion?
You know, I can see that a lot, you know, especially, you know, looking at defense. Like I said, on the edge or perimeter, I mean, it's going to be tough. You got to have great one-on-one tacklers out there and stuff. So, and you get by the line of scrimmage, shoot, it's basically going to be one-on-one a lot of times. So it's going to be different.
You know, you're certainly one of the veterans of this league when it comes to coaching. I think you're starting your 20th year maybe here in Oberlin, and yep. And so you've been a part of the Northwest Kansas League that was really one of the top 11-man football leagues in the state of Kansas, and today there's not a single 11-man team left. Is that sometimes hard to wrap your mind around?
Yeah, it is. You know, when there was talk about it 3-4 years ago, it's kind of hard to believe. But you know, with enrollment numbers and especially where our boys' classes are down a little bit, not as many boys in the classes, you know, it's tough to field a team like last year. You know, I said we had to start a couple of freshmen, so it's tough for an 11-man team, you know, our size to compete against some of those bigger schools.
How much of an advantage if you have 23 kids out and you're playing a team that's got 13 to 15 kids out for football? You have an advantage there, probably.
Oh, I don't know. It just depends on the kids and what you got, you know, and where you play them. But there's a little advantage, I think.
All right. Well, listen, your first year, inaugural year in 8-man football in Kansas and here in the Northwest Kansas League, good luck to you, Joe.
All right. Thank you.
All right. Joe Dreher visiting with us, the head football coach of the Decatur County Red Devils here in Oberlin. Reporting from Oberlin for Open Spaces Sports, I'm Rich.